days as a shy young woman had long since been left behind.
Crisps. Det bunder mig med jeg gik on with them. MC Grinder med kompetel dem. Post microphone with a little bit of phlegm. Hi, I'm Zebra.
I'm Hugo, you right?
Yeah. And we're just here to read some fan fiction that's been made up about us.
Yeah.
What about our characters in a TV show written called People Just Do Nothing?
Yeah.
Have you heard of it?
Probably not.
Didn't think so, no. And also we've got to whisper it because apparently people are into it these days.
Yeah.
Not in a weird way, just I don't think it's enough. They don't.
But let's not think about it.
Yeah, it's more trousers on sort of vibes.
Yeah. So put your headphones in, relax and enjoy the whispering.
I've been a noise abatement officer for some time now.
This means someone whose job it is to stop noise.
And there wasn't any doubt in my mind that this pirate station was about to get shut down.
Yeah. In my younger, more vulnerable years, this kind of location would have terrified the living daylight out of me.
It would have.
Not anymore though. My days as a shy young woman had long since been left behind.
Following a few sharp knocks, the tuneless sounds came to an abrupt halt, and a funny-looking man resembling something like a shriveled olive answered the door. He had strands of what must have been either greasy or excessively gelled hair poking through his cap, and two thick eyebrows that completely overpowered his dull, narrow eyes, and a patchier strip of hair just above a pair of his cracked lips. Okay, that's me then.
Good afternoon, sir. I managed to announce with a straight face. Am I correct in thinking this is the residence of Kurupt FM?
Hey, it's your man, MC Grinder. He wouldn't say it's your man. It's MC Grinder, part-time MC, full-time genius. Welcome to Kurupt FM, he replied with a few questionable hand actions.
I'm afraid we've received a handful of complaints, and I'm going to have to ask you to let me step inside.
The slightly plump but shrunken man zipped up his shell jacket defensively. I'm already plump. Zip. And ripped open a bag of crisps, pouring them into his mouth like an unfed hyena. Crisps. Oi, Pete, get yourself out here. He stepped back and gestured for me to enter. Mo casa, su casa.
By the time my shoe clicked down against the cheap lino flooring, I was suddenly in the presence of an impossibly muscly, full-bearded man with eyes as endearingly gentle as they were intense. This Beats fellow was wearing a pale beige hat that would usually do nothing for a fair-skinned man, but it works, trust me. However, it somehow made the glowing red tinge of stubble across his chiseled jawline pop
Tiny jaw.
like a delicately inflated balloon.
The confidence I usually felt was replaced with a wave of giddy stomach-twisting butterflies as I found my gaze lingering on the centimetre of exposed torso, longing to escape the restraints of his tracksuit top.
I followed the men's steps into the dark, smoke-filled lounge area of the flat and watched the greasy, shriveled man straighten a crumpled piece of paper he found on the floor, presumably the ignored council notice.
Crumpled paper. From the second the stallion in the yellow cap opened his mouth, I found myself imagining how his lips would feel whispering sweet nothings in my ear. This is the character, not me.
Grinder was given his soul to this place to get it. Well, I can't read anymore. Thank you. Grinder's given his soul to this place to get it what it is and that. Do you know what I mean? He began. I tried to listen, but I found myself entranced by the way his lips parted directly as he spoke.
Delicately.
Exactly, making way for the tip of his tongue to swipe against his lower lip every so often.
Just as I was starting to fall into a trance at the way he was...
Sorry, I'm so hungry.
Just as I was starting to fall into a trance at the way he was valiantly defending his friend, the greasy, shriveled man interrupted again.
He broke into some kind of rap, replicating those same strange hand actions from earlier.
When I'm on a mic inside the arena with a lady officer inside the area.
I flicked my eyes back towards the man who had my interest, and to my surprise he was looking right back at me. My teeth chewed against the skin inside my mouth in an effort to prevent the heat I could feel beginning to spread across my cheeks, with a cheeky grin that spread across his perfectly symmetrical face, like jam across a delicately toasted crumpet, confirmed that my blush hadn't gone unnoticed.
Very specific. I turned my head to see if he'd noticed the effect it was having on me, but just at that moment, his phone started to ring, signaling a FaceTime call.
Craig, he chirped, we're just busy with this lovely lady here. Beats tilted his screen in my direction, and out of nowhere my breath was caught in my throat.
The man on the other side of the call really was the kind of sculpted Adonis you just wanted to grab.
Yes.
And you wanted him to throw you against the nearest bed, wall, or floor surface.
He was a younger man, clean-shaven, tall,
Sex.
broad like a recently erect tower block, and was almost majestic as he adjusted his headphones and nodded absently towards me. He looked right through me, almost as though I didn't even exist, but there was something about his hard-to-get attitude that already had me weak at the knees. I tucked my hand away from its contact with the man beside me and brought it to twirl around a loose strand of hair.
If this man was Kurupt FM, then maybe they did deserve one more chance. And there you have it.
A weird whispering story.
Now wipe yourself down, you filthy animals.
Yeah.
Night night, you dirty bastards.
See you fannies in a bit.